Hey everybody, how's it going? Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dirty Care, and the PAC channels. We are here. We're beginning family networking. This happens every second Thursday. Start. Well, Alan was here a second ago. For some reason, it's saying he's offline. I still see him, but I don't know what's going on there. So Alan will be with us in just a moment. But Family Networking is a program that there he is that we do every second Thursday at this time, where we're business owners who get together and talk about what we can do to help others and what we can do to help each other. So we welcome everybody to the show. We are starting a new chapter of the Corey. Awesome. Corey Northington is joining us for the first time on Family Networking, but we're starting a new journey on our new Kick channel. So I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know that we put out our video yesterday and a lot of you responded. So we're thrilled to be on Kick. But this is the first time we've ever been on there live. So I'm excited about that. But we have some wonderful, wonderful people with us right now. Everybody who's here is been part of the family uh, community network, community pay it forward family. That's interesting. I got all kinds of weird stuff going on up top, but been part of the community pay it forward family. And before we get started with all the introductions and everything, I would like to announce that we do have the mission for healthy heroes coming up. And one of the things that is an option for all of our sponsors is being part and getting on our shirt that will be available to help us raise a little bit of money for the Come Together promotion, our Come Together mission movement. Sorry, I know what I'm talking about. I just don't know what I'm talking about. But this is one of the things that we're going to do to raise a little bit of money. So if you would like to join us and be part of what we're doing, which is supporting our heroes, both country and community, I ask you to please scan the QR code you see up in the corner. And no, the QR code is not going to be on the bottom of the shirt. It's just there for people to take and reach out to us. Logos will be down there. Your logo, if you would like to join us, on the back of the shirt. So we would just like to let everybody know this is our once a year 22-hour podcast where we discuss all things mental health and physical, uh, emotional, and how we can help those who put other people's lives before their own. So we ask you to please join us on February 22nd, starting at 2 a.m. here in the Mountain Time, which is 4 a.m. out east, and we go until 2 a.m. East, 4 a.m. here in the Mountain Time. And the special announcement that we've got today that needs to be made. Sorry, Z, I got to take you off there. But the special announcement we've got today is this program, Family Networking, is going to have a special run on February 22nd. So we are going to have a special Family Networking on the mission for healthy heroes. And I don't know exactly what time it's going to be yet. It's probably going to be around 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's probably what time I'm looking at doing this. But we invite you to join us on that day, and there will be more to come. And just keep watching everywhere, and you can see more about it. But this will be a chance where you can come in and you can help us to create safety and help and support for our mission, or for our heroes, both country and community. So welcome everybody. Sorry about the long winded speech there. And it looks like we've got Corey and Alan are both having a little bit of issue. Hopefully we can get them stabilized here in a minute. But Lynn, Kurt, Mr. Z, Alan, and Corey, lovely to see you all today. So, um, Lynn, we would like to start with you today. One of our wonderful, wonderful giving partners, Miss Lynn Cebulski. Lynn, please tell us a little bit about you. And then the question of the month is very simple. That question of the month is: do you like to make goals for the short term, or do you like to make yearly goals, or both?
Okay, so I will start off by saying hello to everybody. My name is Lynn Cebulski. I am a professional tarot reader in Brooklyn, New York. I've been reading professionally since 2013. I have a show with Zach on the third Wednesday of every month called Lynn's Day Reading. So if you've never had a tarot reading and you don't feel like shelling out money for one just yet, join us on the show and I will read your cards live. Let's see. Question of the month. Do I like to set goals for short term or long term? The answer is I am constantly setting goals. I have a whiteboard that is just an ongoing, filled, I mean, it's like a 2 by 3 foot with all the goals that I have for today, this week, this month, 5 years from now, my grocery list, you name it, it's there. I love goal setting.
You know what, Lynn? I'm like you. I have this set right next to me. I set my goals daily. So, um, but
And it
I,
feels really good to be able to cross one off physically, right? Like to erase the whiteboard or like scribble on the pad and say, yeah, I finished it.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, it is. So, well, Lynn, thank you very much for joining us, and we will get back to you again here in a little bit. We've got more things that we're going to discuss today. So, but next up, we have Marianne from Waikiki. Marianne, how are you?
Hi. Hola.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
It's doing great, doing great. We'd like you to tell us a little bit about you, and then the question of the month is very simple. Do you prefer to do your planning by the day? We'll add day now. Do you like to make plans daily, monthly, or long term?
I kind of go with the flow at this point. But it's not saying that. So aloha everybody. I go by Marianne of Waikiki. It's my book name, my author name. I'm the author of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk managed puppets, and the books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch in The Perfect Way. I'm also a sailor, so you don't know what's going to happen, so you got to go with the flow. So, and I did set some goals, and I'm grateful I got to accomplish the book series last year, and we've dedicated them to Boynton Slat and Leon McLaughlin. And so my goals this month was I reached out to the ocean cleanup. They got back to us. And we're going to be doing stuff on the Mark TV as well as the Kindness Channel. So things are going in that flow in that direction. But also, I do have disabilities. And so, not setting out goals this month is I have some hand laser surgeries that I'm recovering from, and I'm going to have an eyelid surgery in next month. So, I'm going with the flow, and we got great guests that are going to be joining us on the World of Ability podcast. And we're actually doing the book club. So we're reading a chapter a week of my first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness. And excited to have other people read for us. So that was kind of a, I don't want to say a small or short term goal, but we're making it happen, and it will go throughout the whole year of all the 4 books. So I am making that commitment. So that's a goal of mine, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the flow and sailing. So good things are happening the beginning of the month for me, so I'm very excited. So thank you for having us here. And again, we for some of you, I did these major holidays, Veterans Day and your Christmas event. I did a pay it forward for Children's
You pretty much
Hospital,
do
a
that.
free ebook download for you to, put out there to the world as well. So, I'm giving that commitment to your events and holidays and the veterans also as well.
Oh, that's fantastic, Marianne. Godspeed on your recovery. I
Oh,
really
very
hope you're doing
important.
well. Does
I reach a billion
and
people now.
because I don't
Well,
know
not
anything
just.
about it, I do want to ask: your hand surgery, does that affect your sign language at all?
Of course. Of
Does
course.
it? Does it
So,
make it a
yeah.
little
Each,
bit
I don't know,
difficult to
between
do
three
right
quarters
now?
of a
Yeah,
billion and a
well,
billion.
and I'm not
Well, right
really
now they have.
professionally signing anymore, but yeah, and 30 years ago I was a case manager with the deaf, and I broke a glass, and I had to have surgery on tendons and had to recover from that. So, yeah, it does limit, and so um, I'm now the eyelid surgery. So yeah, so I'm getting things done, and grateful to be in here in Mexico, and we're gonna probably do some sailing. And I ran into another book author down here. We're gonna do a book signing at the San Carlos Yacht Club in March. I told her about World Water Day and World Water Year, so looking forward to that. And also met a deaf woman with a business in Seattle, Washington, who was recognized by the Woke Ginger. And her business was, I would say, declining. She does dog treats. She's deaf. And with the Woke Ginger on TikTok, they were able to get orders of 800, and which raised $35,000. And I'm excited she's going to join us on Saturday, Kurt. So I'm in communication with her too. So we got some new people to be brought onto the world of ability. But yeah, thank you for asking. So yes, it does. It does affect my signing.
Well,
And I'm not signing. So, but I did sign
nah.
to my deaf friend in San Diego to let him know that, I had this done. And if you don't hear from me, it affects typing, scrolling, and I'm choosing to take a break from social media, TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. It's just getting too chaos and mentally and everything. And, strolling, it hurts. And I got a ligament. So,
Mm,
that's
well,
what happens. So, but we're excited for this year. So, I would say those are some goals, but the universe is providing with all the networking that we're doing. So, there you go.
well, well. I appreciate you sticking with it, and I appreciate everything that you do. And I do wish you the best of health, and hopefully you can get back on top here real soon. So, but now we're going to do something just because we're going to call him out since he's always making a disappearing act on us during his show. Mr. Z, tell us a little bit about yourself. How do you like that, pal?
Oh, you got me.
Love it,
You got
brother.
me. Well, I'm happy to be here, and thank you, Zach and General Allen, for our previous conversation for allowing me to showcase Z World Cares, which is a platform that's all about supporting nonprofits, and more importantly, allow nonprofits to accept donations, find sponsors, and hopefully volunteers to support their cause. But more importantly, what Z World Cares, it shows not only that you care, but also show nonprofits that they care as well, while showing Z World that you care. In terms of your question, thinking short term or long term all the way, because you're not going to get the results you need instantaneously. And if you're looking to create those goals, I have to agree with Lynn. Just have a whiteboard of information as well as your white piece of paper that's there, Zach. And you got to have smart goals. It's got to be specific, measurable, attainable, reliable, and of course timely. And ensure that if you see your vision, it's just easier with a Z. Thank you, the good Z.
Yeah. By the way, this is a whiteboard. It's a
Oh,
dry erase. Yeah, yeah.
ah,
I don't do paper. I got too many dogs around here. They'll eat the paper. So, yeah,
fair
I've
enough.
got. And now they'll also eat the markers because, well, they eat everything. So, but Z, thank you very much
Thank
again
you.
for everything that you do. You know that you're important to a lot of us. Just to let everybody know that Alan, on Alan's show on Monday, you're going to hear from myself and Z. We make a couple of very special announcements. It looks like Alan may have dropped off, but Alan has become a ambassador for Community Pay It Forward, and we couldn't be any happier about that. So Alan is going to now be a part of the program. He's going to be your first connection when it comes to becoming a partner, and we're very excited about that. So, Santa, the man from the north, I know that you're on. Look at that. It's almost like a Hawaiian shirt, but it's more like a Minnesota Hawaiian shirt.
Now you're making me think here. I should have changed my backdrop to really. Hang on. We can do. Oh wait, this one looks better. There. Now
There,
I'm
there you go.
almost. So,
Yeah,
how's
yeah.
everybody doing? I've had a great day. I've done some running around with Mama and got some things done. That's why I was late. All of a sudden, forgot something and had to do a run back, but that's okay. You know, lots of exciting developments. You missed story time last night. That was awesome. Not a lot of people, but hey, the people that were there appreciated, and it was a lot of fun. But you know, I've got some big announcements here in the next week or two. I'm just crossing some T's and dotting some I's and looking for some potential way to even share some more stories with more people around the world. So I'm pretty excited to see how this is all going to play out. And I can still do the custom stories for families. They don't have to be a Christmas themed. I've got ways to make other things happen for Valentine's and for Easter and summertime. So yes, we can do those custom stories to create those smiles and giggles and laughter for all kinds of people all over the world, anytime, anywhere. And it's so much fun just to watch the expressions on the kids' faces. We did a little bit of work on the website, got some more stuff up on the website. And yes, things are happening. Keep knocking on doors, and when you don't get enough answers on those doors, you keep knocking on some more, because that's what we do. We're all the same here. We believe in ourselves. We believe in each other. We support each other, and that's how we can support one another. Is definitely what I did the other day was in a previous lesson networking session. I challenged everybody. And I'll do that here too. I'll challenge everybody in this room to see who is all here. And Lynn, this is going to be really stressful. You got to pay attention. Go and repost one of your fellow networking people on here. Repost their posts, because that's what Networking 101 is all about. If we all went and shared someone else's post, look at the exposure that they would have, because, Zach's got 300, Kurt's got 1,800, Lynn's got 600. All of a sudden, Mr. Z's got, 300. I don't know. I'm picking numbers off the top of my head. But instead of just us doing it, all of a sudden you have the exposure to what, 5, 6, 7, 10,000 more people, because they have friends that you don't have. And when you share someone else's post, it can open up the doors. There's your
You know,
challenge for the week, guys.
there you go. And what about the planning? Do you look more towards doing daily goals, or are
Oh,
you a long term guy?
I'm a long-term guy, because I've got about 16 things right now in the boiling pot. If I worried about getting certain things done every day, yeah, I'd be in a nut house like you, Zach, because if you look at it on a weekly basis, well, I challenged myself to do this, this, and this, and this for the week. It's a much better situation than, well, you got to do 10 things today. Well, we all have lives, and we all have phone calls, and we all have businesses to run. And sometimes you can't make those goals happen daily, but on a weekly or a monthly basis, yes, absolutely.
Well, I like I said, I'm kind of it's weird. I have a combination of a little bit of everything, but I do agree with you. I know that at one point in time I was so bad at keeping track of any goal. And that's one of the things that I am definitely going to try to keep working on a little bit better this year. So, thank you, Santa. I appreciate you joining us, and we will be talking a lot more. You're going to be seeing a lot more of Santa here in the next couple of weeks because he is a huge part of the mission for Healthy Heroes. Kurt, Mr. Roscoff, how the heck are you?
Oh
Without as
wow!
normal.
What was that, Santa?
I said without as normal.
Oh my gosh. The guy who delivers truckloads of coal to my house and then he keeps on digging it in even after the holiday. That is great. Way to go, Santa. So I wonder if that's a long-term goal of Santa. Give Kurt all the grief he can muster. So
That's actually one of the things I've got written down right here.
yeah.
That one's actually carved into my desk, actually. So I mean,
Nice. Boy, what entertainment, folks. This is wonderful. So, in terms of well, first of all, my name means short. So if you say short goals or short term, that'd be Kurt term goals as well. It'd be some synonymous English going on there. But in any case, yeah, I love the long term goals because I am a visionary and I always like to see, where this is going in the long run. And then, the midterm goals kind of help bridge it. And the biggest practice is in short term goals, because every time I'm in a moment, in the flare of carpe diem and, kind of living in the moment, looking at all of you, I think of what are my goals with the other six people, that are in this conversation, and with the audience out there. What are my goals with the community paid forward audience? There's always goals to be formed, and I always talk about it's meaningful to me when it hits my calendar, when I can plug it into Google Calendar, like this event right here. I just love seeing that family networking slot, coming up, every month. So that's kind of how I think of goals. And then I also subscribe to four concepts and goals. And one would be freedom, operating at your highest potential, unburdened by internal limitations. Quality, achieving a high standard in business and life. Clarity, gaining deep understanding of yourself and your path. Conviction, the unwavering belief and certainty needed to succeed. So that I apply all that to what I do on the day to day. Like Marianne likes talking about our World of Ability podcast we do every Saturday, and we have our Ability MKE Now radio show and podcast that my wife Sue hosts, and we're teamed up with the Disability Channel, television buy-in with people with disabilities and veterans, and we help other people form their podcasts, and so we're practitioners of outreach, co-marketing. Like Santa talks about the collaboration and co-opting our future and amassing scale because of working together. All ships rise with the tide. So again, what we're doing right here, right now, is in my wheelhouse. And back in the day, before Zach got started on all this, it all came from a conversation out of business networking, and all this stuff gets born and growing. And very much looking forward to February 22nd, because boy, do we need what Community Pay It Forward is doing on February 22nd. We need what you're going to be doing, everybody out there watching and listening, what you may be doing for the sake of all of our heroes on February 22nd. Back to you, Zach. Thanks for the opportunity.
well, Kurt, I absolutely agree with you. Look, there's nobody who can do everything alone. I mean, there's nobody who can do everything all on their own, and having people who are on their side and having allies is so important towards growth of personal growth and community growth. Just being able to work with other people. We need our leaders, but we also need people who can be there and be that support team. So I completely agree with you. And there's never something that you cannot do to help someone. So I think that's one of the most important things that we've been trying to cultivate for the 22-hour podcast is, there's always something somebody can do. And I greatly appreciate you joining us. And again, Kurt, and I appreciate all the kind words. So, and now the guy I like to call the voice of Zen, Mr. Frank. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay. I really don't know what kind of meeting this is. I know you posted it last night, and I wanted to come. I can.
Yeah,
I have to leave at 1:45 because I have a place to go to.
that's
So,
that's fine, Frank. You know
what
what?
kind of meeting is this?
We just want you to tell us about what you're doing, about your wonderful coaching, and
Okay.
what you have going on. And then the question of the month is very simple. It's, do you believe in daily, monthly, or long term goals?
Okay. So I'm a certified life coach. I help people that feel stuck. Um, I also help professionals, entrepreneurs work through the frustration of making decisions, carrying a lot of baggage with them. I have a whole thing here, but I don't want to read that. I'm not trying to be a salesperson, but I help people that I try to coach them to help themselves. A lot of people that I meet that reach out to me are nervous even about reaching out, and I try to give them that comfort level that they can be comfortable in sharing what they'd like to improve, remove, or change in their life. So that's what I've been working on. The three things you talked about, um, I think all three need to be worked because there's times that like I'm always working on long term, um, and then there's the daily things that I need to do to keep doing. And I forgot what the middle one was. You said there was three things.
Yeah, it was. Do you believe in like week or daily goals,
Weekly,
short term or
short
long term? Yeah, yeah.
honestly, I do believe in all three of them. I think somebody that really succeeds has to have some sort of a plan, and he can't get to that plan if he doesn't have his daily and weekly goals that he sets. And I think something I do every day is I I get up to show up. I'm glad there's a new day. Life is not um, it's not a burden and a chore. It's a challenge and a joy. And I notice when I have that attitude, I get through, I get a lot of things done that I didn't know if they were going to get done. I didn't know how they were going to get done, but they get done because I believe. So I think that's a big part of success. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, I actually really appreciate that. One of the reasons why I don't focus a lot on long-term goals is because you never know what that year is going to turn into. I focus more on the shorter term because I want to focus on today. What I mean, the long-term goal, I think for me, is always get better, always learn something every day. But I want to learn things that change every day. Like if I say, my long term goal is to, be successful, which is everybody's pretty much long term goal.
Mhm.
How do you define success today? Is it going to be the same in 6 months from now, Frank? In your opinion?
I try. I like what you said about. I like every day try to learn and grow and be a little better than I was the day before. My long term, like this year, my long term goal is to try to market the life coaching program that I've put together. It's a 5-week program. I'm doing it through the Great Discovery. and I'm stepping outside my comfort zone doing all this because of these are my defects about that. I'm not good enough. I'm not sure I can do it. I like have a lot of self doubt, and that's why I'm doing that. But what I do daily gives me the confidence and the strength to keep going forward, to keep taking that step every day, to believe that I am worth succeeding. And I think that has a lot to do with it. I shared something the other day at a meeting about I've been reading a book, and it says if you're doing something or your goal is just to do it for the money, it's not that's not your right motive because I think if and I my oldest daughter is she went to art school, is graphic designer, whole thing, and she's the only person I can honestly say that I've met in my life that it's like she doesn't go to work. She really loves what she does. She goes, I get paid to talk. I get paid to draw. I get paid to this. Like so. I like life coaching. I believe in it, and that's what I try to get across to people. And that alone makes it worth it for me. Money will come. Money comes and goes. It's not. It's a tool. It's nothing more than that. Uh, so that's
It,
and thank you for asking me to speak too.
yeah, well, you know what, Frank, and I would like to hear the opinion from everybody here. But I had one job where everything was about the money, and ooh, I don't like that view. There we go. I had one job where everything was about the money, and I hated that job. I hated it, and I think that it's. I would have to say that you have to have a vision of so much more than just money to be successful and to enjoy your career, don't you think?
I agree with you. I do. I totally agree.
Yeah. Lynn, what's your thought on that?
Well, when it comes to money and how important it is and how people get taken advantage of and they focus on it, I was a whistleblower in the student loan industry,
Uh-huh.
and my prior career as a financial aid administrator, there was this constant conversation about like, what are your dreams? What are your goals? And if you want to go to college, here's the price tag. It might not make any sense. Here's the aid that's available. That doesn't make any sense either. And then take out your student loans, graduate, hope to, accomplish that goal, and then go through the gauntlet to pay your bills. Um, yeah, I think there has been too much of a focus on how much money people have and what money provides, and people kind of get lost now and don't know how to tap into the thing that makes their heart sing, the thing that makes them light up. I mean, Frank just talking about being a life coach, like you could just see, you don't have to be an intuitive person, but you could just see his aura just kind of go, because he feels so good about what he does. And money is one of those things that it's kind of easy validation, it's quick validation, um, but it doesn't really get to the soul of what we do and why we do it.
I,
Very
I,
good. Very smart
I,
business.
yeah, I completely agree with you there. So, uh, Robert, thank you for joining us. Hopefully, you can get in. I can see that you're having a little bit of a internet problem, so you may not be able to turn your camera on. But can you tell us a little bit about you, please? Okay.
Maybe not.
Yeah, yeah, maybe not. Robert, are you with us? Robert?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to say Robert's having an issue getting with us. Robert, if if you can join us, go on ahead and unmute yourself, and we'll try to get you in there. Uh, Mr. Z, what is your thought about that? Do you see money as something that is inspiring, or do you see just going for the wealth as problematic when it comes to business?
That's a very astute question. I'm going to try to answer that in the best way possible. Money's just the aftermath of what you like to do for a living, and it's not just the living. And Frank mentioned what his daughter does in graphic design. You get paid to just talk and draw, and it's just more than that. I'm not a graphic designer. I have no passion for um, using the pen tool and trying to use Canva and Adobe Photoshop and all this stuff. But the value that you have is determined by the law of compensation, to my understanding. And I do believe that the money is just the side product, the side effect to your success. But if you really love what you do, you'll never have to find work ever again. I know it sounds
Right.
cliche, but there are going to be moments where someone's going to offer you, hey, we really like your business. We're going to buy you off for $7.4 million. You know what? Take it. And not, don't take the business, but I'm not going to accept your offer because I believe something that what I'm doing is going to last for generations and more to come. And if you're already doing it for the money, then you already lost. And
Yeah.
I agree with what Lynn said and what you said, Zach, and of course what you said, Frank. And if you love what you do, just keep doing it. And if times are going to get tough, you're going to find a way to make it work because tough times don't last. Tough people do. And if you find a way to make it work, that's willpower, and that's something that money can't buy.
I absolutely agree with you. Hey, Robert, we got you back. Are you with us?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can. I can. How you doing, Robert?
Doing pretty good. Who am I speaking with?
This is Zach.
Hi, Zach. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Not much. It's been a long time. So
Oh, yeah,
this,
Zach. I remember you. Okay, Zach.
yeah. This young man is really inspiring. Robert, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, I appreciate it. Thanks, Zach. So my name is Robert Petrozello, and I'm involved in several platforms. But before I begin with that, I was born with a condition called hydrocephalus. I
Yep,
don't know if anybody knows what that is.
sure do.
All right. So, anyways, I'll get into what I'm doing now. So, things have changed for that anyway, Zach. So, um, I'm involved in a social media platform where they actually pay you to join, and it's called Connect with rmpetro.com. And if you refer others to join that platform, you make 25 coins. That will be worth $25 in mid 2026. And then that's also in conjunction with my marketplace. My platform for that is shoppingisrewarding.com. If you join both platforms, you'll thank me later.
That sounds great, Robert. It's really good to talk to you again, Robert. Do you believe in short term or long term goals more? Do you plan more with short or long term?
Um, I would say more long term. Like
Okay.
I basically write it out. You know what I'm saying, Zach? Like if something
Yeah.
comes out now, I write it out until. So I don't know if that's long or short term, but
Yeah. Yep. I get it. What's the deal with the sunglasses going on here, Mister Kurt? You're cooler than the rest of us now, or what's up with that? So
Well, I don't know if you missed it, but Marianne was in and out with her sunglasses, and she did
yeah.
that on another show. See, it's a little thing we do to kind of, yeah, give it a little, make the show a little bit more cool. Make it a cooler show, a cooler family. We want to be here.
I can send you a bag of ice.
He's in
I love it.
Wisconsin. I don't think he needs more ice. So,
Well,
but uh,
yeah,
but
I'm out here in the water in the sun, so we're getting
Oh,
yeah.
water delivery. So yes, I'm in Mexico. So future's so bright, I gotta wear shades.
can you hear me? It's Robert.
Yeah, yeah. We still got you, Robert.
All right,
So
Marianne, how are you? Long time no talk.
Um,
yeah,
great. We're moving forward with On the Mark TV and Nonprofit TV and possibly a kindness channel.
Very cool.
And we're doing a book club every Saturday. We're reading the chapters of the books. So moving forward on a health perspective, I had some spots removed off of my hands, so I'm recovering from that. And I will have eyelid surgery on February. So I'm going with the flow. And
nope, we lost her.
Oh no,
Well, she'll probably jump back on, but so
Santa
Kurt,
Claus, how are you, Mr. Santa?
I'm doing awesome. It's been a great day and a great week, and it's a good start to the year. And got lots of things going on, and lots of stories being told, and lots of smiles being created.
Santa Papa John, I love it.
yeah.
Love it.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Looks like you're in a. I don't know where the hell you're at. Looks like you're kind of in one of those. Uh, well, it looks like you're in jail. To be honest with
Yeah, there he is.
We got an eyeball.
you. Hey, Mark, how you doing, brother?
He's at the Center for Innovation.
Ah,
What is that, Kurt?
well, he took off again. So, all right. Well, let's just go on ahead and continue. Kurt, what is your thought on the money aspect of doing business just for money?
Yeah, definitely not what I subscribe to. I'll tell you, I've told the story before. It's been a long time since I told this story, but about 17 years ago, I was at a hospitality place, an eatery, and I was sitting there with four other business people, and not really in this type of conversation, but something that got one of the ladies to say, I was a bleeding heart once. It doesn't work, because we're meeting as Milwaukee business people in this place and at all the different tables. So the table I was at, this lady said that, and that never really landed for me. I really didn't subscribe to her shift to be at a table like that and talk us out of really what we are all doing here today at the present time, which in other spaces you can learn as corporate social responsibility and stuff like that. But I put into consideration like where our faith journeys are at, or that part where we re-energize, or where we kind of get our source from, whatever we pray to or meditate for, or hug a tree or whatever it all is. We all have that. And, look at what that does to the role of money in our life satisfaction and our journey, our legacy, and how with what we do now, how it's going to help this world 7 generations from now. And then to think of all the community-based organizations, and, I encourage people to take a look how that all works, because the 501c3 space was created, or the 501 tax code was created because their government was being hit upon by the voters and the taxpayers to say, to try to do things that weren't funded in government, and then you have all the unfunded mandates, from the federal level and whatever coming into states and making it tough for counties and stuff like that. So, and then education, how well read are we, on, money, economy, and, like this brand, community pay it forward, how that all works. What goes around comes around. And, so like on the faith space side of it, talking about tithing, so I think when you really consider your role, in that aspect, your civic role, such like that. Like I served as vice chair of the Wisconsin Council on Physical Disabilities. Wow, what an eye opener that is to be able to serve in those capacities. And, so there's a lot to consider, I believe, before an individual really is on the ready to come in and, make a complete, highly informed decision about their own personal finances and where they're going. But for sure, it's the expression is work hard, play hard. So it is something to, kind of assess, your capacity to have discretionary income and spending and going out there and being entertained and, you know, spending out in the marketplace and go and see movies you want to see, or, go take trips and stuff like that. So you definitely benefit from having an appetite to grow, that income. But to me, it all comes with balance. I think the universe kind of has a capacity through what you are and what you do. The old thing, the universe provides you what you deliver, what you put to the universe. So our whole existence is a mutual aid. It's all in balance, like the justice system symbol, with the balancing and whatever. So yeah, definitely if you lead out there to say I need more dollars and that's your driving force. I tell people all the time in our networking, when you get with me in a one-to-one, it doesn't take very long for me to say, you know what, I'm not a guy that chases a carrot.
Yeah. There's just there's so much more about business being successful than you hear about the people who are cutthroat, and yeah, sure, sometimes they're successful, but are they happy? I mean, truly, are they? They're always wanting more, and you know, can you be happy if that's your only drive, Santa?
Well,
I mean, we all know that Santa's kind of a curmudgeon and stuff.
well, geez, thanks. I'll remember that. That'll give you another chunk of coal.
Yeah,
But you hear it all the time. You find a job that you love, and you never have to work another day in
yeah,
your life. You know, but how many of us, well, we're entrepreneurs. We find something that we love, that we are passionate about, and we love to share that passion. We love to share that, hey, we're proud and excited to be who we are, what we are, and how we do things. And, if you don't have that excitement in your conversation, if you don't have that enthusiasm, like Kurt's never got any enthusiasm because he hates networking so much.
yeah.
But the reality of it is we're all here, we're all supporting each other, we all encourage each other because we're trying to build not only a dream, but a hope to make our life easier and better and more realistic and more fun because we all believe that our passion, our drive, our thinking is not necessarily the best in the world, but our ability to help someone else move their idea forward helps us move our goals forward. And when we could all cross that bridge and realize that helping other people to move our dreams forward, man, that opens up the doors right there to a lot of different things.
you know, we all know that money is what rules the world, okay? Money rules, ruins, however you want to say it. Money is very important. We understand that. But I think one of the coolest things that we have, and Z, you and I were talking about this earlier when we recorded the show. But the greatest thing about it is that you're looking at five people right now who can connect. If you're looking to get a hold of anybody on this screen right now, you can go to communitypayitforward.us and you can find out how to get a hold of them. And vice versa. You can figure out how to get a hold of Community Pay It Forward by going to any of their websites because we're all thinking about each other. And where there's probably never a day that we're going, I got so much money, I can get everything I need to get done today. We're probably not all saying that. We are all
Well,
saying,
God
what?
damn it, you better share some.
Well, you're talking to the wrong boy here.
If
I'm
you've got
sitting
so
here.
much that you're talking about throwing it away, I mean, you can share it all because I'm sure we're all in the same boat right now that we could all use a little kick in the
Well,
wallet curbside.
that's why I said none of us
You all
are
have boats?
saying that. But what we are saying is, you know what? No matter what our term, if we're thinking of short term or long term, every single one of us is thinking about how can I make a difference today for myself or someone else. And I honestly believe that is the key to a happy business person. If you're not just thinking about my bottom line, If you're thinking about, okay, yeah, it's my bottom line, but then again, it's how's this going to affect other people today? I think you're going to have a better outcome, and I think that you're just going to look at things a lot better. So, personal opinion, I could be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice. So,
this week.
today.
Hey, I
Today.
was giving you
Just,
the benefit of the doubt, brother. Come on.
man, I'm married. My wife can tell you how many times I've been wrong today.
Uh-huh.
So, which is quite a bit.
Lynn's got cards she can flip over to agree to that statement too.
Yeah. So, hey, Lynn, how can you help people today, and what can we do to help you?
What can I do to help people today, and how can you help me? Well, everyone here is helping me by, supporting me during these meetings and coming to Lynn's Day and finding me on social media. And as Santa Papa John was saying, reposting content and the likes and the comments and things. Z built me a whole gosh darn website. And, Zach, we just keep collaborating, and it just keeps being so much fun. I'm really happy to be working with you. So thank you for the support you already give. And, I'm thrilled to be here. And, what can I do for you? Let me know. Participating in the events, coming to your networking groups, introducing you to people. If there are specific types of people that you're looking for, let me know. I meet all kinds of people doing tarot readings, some of whom are not necessarily comfortable saying, oh, hey, I'm buddies with the tarot reader, because they don't necessarily want to look like too woo-woo at work. So, yeah, I think it's important to participate. It's important to take time like this and commit to the networking and realizing that it's not just about one person, it's about all the people, and it is all connected. And, the one introduction that you make, the one positive comment that you make can just have that ripple effect. And I'm a big believer in all that. You you didn't have to convince me.
Well, I know that one of the things that Lynn is going to do. Kurt, I thought that you took off. You didn't want to answer that question. You're like, nah, I'm out of here. But I
was
know
gonna
one of
say,
the
Kurt's already committed to many different things, but it's one of the parts that he has the most fun.
yeah. So, but one of the things that Lynn is doing to help us out is she has donated a 1 hour session that we will be giving away on February 22nd. You can buy a $10 ticket by using this QR code, and somebody's going to win that 1 hour session, 1 hour reading from Lynn. So that's one of the ways that we are going to raise a little bit of money. So please get in there. Every $10 ticket, anything that's donated on that day, is going to be given away. Any items from our partners is donated is going to be given away, and you can win all of this stuff for a $10 ticket. So we're not doing auctions or drawings or any of that. Well, I guess it's kind of a drawing, but yeah, you purchase a $10 ticket, we're going to draw your name, and somebody is going to win a 1 hour free reading with my dear friend Lynn Sobolski. So join us on the 21st for Lynn's Day, and you can get a precursor to what that hour is like, which is awesome. So, Mr. Z, how can you help someone today, and what can we do to help you?
Well, you could help me by being here, being present, and remember why you're doing it in the first place, because money doesn't solve all of your problems, but you all here solve everyone's problems. And I appreciate your kind words, Zach, Santa, Kurt, and Lynn. Really appreciate the testimonial, and I do want to emphasize this. If you're ready to win, go with Lynn with your tarot reading, because if an elephant like myself can understand the basic version of what a tarot card reading is, it's going to taste so much better than strawberries. So please reach out to Lynn, because you may not know what the future holds, but what's in that card can change your life. Definitely reach out to Lynn. I'm going to be selfish here and say how you can support me. Just keep doing what you're doing, brother Zach, Kurt, San, and Lynn, and of course General Allen, who is was here and is here, but please reach out to him. He's definitely a veteran at heart and someone who's always giving back to our community. And I think Frank was here as well. That's it. Just keep paying it forward in the community. Can't thank you enough, Zach, Kurt, Santa, and Lynn, for just doing what you do best and being superstars like yourself that are making Z World a better place while showing Z World that you care.
Oh, thank you, brother. Mr. Kurt, how can you help someone today, and how can we help you? Remembering, none of us are licensed psychiatrists.
Okay, let me change my answer. Oh man, you know how to catch a guy, don't you? But in any case, you guys got me thinking about Zach. I've said it before, and these meetings just remind me of it. That if you're not helping anybody, you're hurting everyone. And at the same time, in terms of me answering this question, I feel that if folks out there and with the four of you on the screen, when you're helping other people, I may not be aware of it, but through the Ethernet and through the universe, I believe it does help me. The ripple effect, the cascading effect, domino effect, whatever you all want to call it, in this art form of paying it forward. I appreciate all of that. And in terms of how I help other people, I like to think in terms of scaling, adding, connecting, like a networking, making a referral, things like that, or doing this type of thing, making these social media videos and getting your message out there. I'm happy to help in all those ways. I know my share of technology, so happy to help. So on the front of, marketing and events, if you want to co-create an event, or if you have an event and you want some more attendees, I'm always happy to do that, because when you're providing value and I can connect someone to the value you provide, I'm always happy to do that. And then, the other part of helping me is, I've really gotten tied into this group because of how we share social mission, this heart-centered work, this heart work. And, so I always get joy when it grows, when it gets to a larger scale, when more people are being helped. For our February 22nd event, I mean, it's just, a no-brainer. It's just always at the front of my mind. We do a Mission Monday podcast with our friend Brian Gibson over at Project iHeart. I'm an ambassador over there. So, anytime you're doing good for veterans, I chalk it up as thank you by me as well. Because I just think it's an all hands on deck initiative, and we all need to do that. And I'm also a disability ally. So I always like to check in with folks. What do they think they can do? Like with Mr. Z helps us with, and other people with, web content accessibility guidelines, and and then you can branch off to assistive technology. I like to do adaptive equipment in the sports and rec world. So really, as we're doing better, closing the gap between us and people with disabilities, I like to say that's a win for Special K. So over to you, Mr. Clayton.
Well, again, thank you so much, Kurt. It's amazing how far we've come in these last 4 years. 4 years ago, we were sitting here talking about the first 22-hour thing, and we're here now. So, Santa, what can you do to help someone? What can we do to help you?
Share your winning of the Super Lotto, I know we all dig deep and we giggle hard when we say that. Hey, you know what? Just what Kurt just said. Let's all support each other. We all do a great job of already supporting each other. Even Mr. Z, when he's hiding in the back there, that he doesn't say much and doesn't do much, but he does a lot of stuff in the back. And if we all do a little bit to help and support each other, man, who knows where the next goal, the next obtainable, unobtainable goal is going to be reached because we all show support, we all help each other. And that's the big thing right now is I've got some pretty big goals for my stories here, and with everybody's support, I'm getting introduced to more people. I'm getting introduced to different types of people that I didn't think I needed to meet. But as the conversation unfolds, man, it's just heartwarming and overwhelming the reaction of people's response and the fact that, geez, I want to share happiness, I want to share positivity. Geez, what's wrong with you? You're kind of weird, Everybody wants to be negative. Everybody wants to go, well, I can't do that for you. I can't try. Share a smile, share some happiness. Like I say all the time, share a smile with someone you don't know today because you never know what's on the other side of that smile and what kind of connection you're going to meet. And that's, I've been saying it all week. If something's not working for you, you're not knocking on the right doors. So keep knocking. And if you lose the faith, come and talk to the other 4 people on the screen because they're going to give you the boost up that you need to knock on those next 10 doors.
I I would like to add what you just said. Instead of saying, "Well, I can't help you with that," replace that with, "This is what I can do."
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
saying I can't and let's go with, "This is what I can do." You know,
How do we, change the attitude of changing a simple sentence to go, I can, but we might have to change it just a little bit to look at it from a different angle. You never know how that changing of a sentence or those few words could really open up some different doors for you.
a smile can mend a broken heart. Okay,
And, and then
let's
some.
be honest here. There's nothing we can't do. There's no reason why we can't help everyone, and all we have to do is put a little bit of heart, a little bit of effort behind it. So, Santa, I completely agree with you.
Yep.
So, and I do truly appreciate and love you all. I want to thank you all for joining us again. My ask is use Kurt got blocked. Here, I'll be nice and I'll put my, oh, look at that. It doesn't, it likes me. It didn't block my face. But you can you can take and scan the QR code in the corner right beside me, and you can get your logo added to our shirt for as little as $100. Okay, help us build the Come Together movement. The Come Together movement is an all-in-one rescue mission that's going to help so many people, and who knows, maybe even you someday. So this is going to be a program that's going to be available to people everywhere and going to make helping people no longer impossible. It's going to give them a second chance. It's going to help them immediately. So if you want to learn more about the Come Together program, Come Together movement, contact me, contact anybody you see here. But get on the shirt, the Mission for Healthy Heroes 2026 shirt. It's going to come in different colors. It's going to have, we're even going to have like long sleeve tees and other stuff. We use the red for Red Friday, which is Remember Everyone Deployed. If you wear any other color shirt to celebrate anything on Friday, stop it. It's Remember Everyone Deployed, Red Friday. That's the important day. So get on the shirt, scan the QR code, become a sponsor, help us in our mission for healthy heroes. I just want to once again say thank you to everyone. Lynn, Kurt, Z, Santa, everyone who's popped in and out, Marianne, Frank, Alan, um, everyone. It's too many. I can't remember everyone, but everyone who's popped in. Sorry about the internet problems, Robert. But remember, we are going to be doing this again on the 12th of next month, our regular slot. But then 10 days after that, and it's going to, I've made the executive decision. See, I can do that because I run the show, so I can actually do that. But 10 days after that, on the 22nd, at this time slot, we are going to do a special Sunday edition of Family Networking on the Mission for Healthy Heroes next month. So on the 22nd. So you know what? If you never come again, please make sure you join us on that day. Give your love to our heroes because our heroes desperately need your love. It's time to say thank you to those who have put their lives on hold to make our lives better. Folks, you've heard it before. I'm going to say it again. If you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. Please, no one has to go it alone when we all come together. Thank you very much. My name is Zachary. Zachary? I actually said Zachary. Oh my God.
What's wrong with
I am
you?
in. Yeah, I just.
You're in trouble now.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. I just got in trouble. I know I'm in trouble somewhere.
Do you have a middle
Because
name that
that's.
you don't know about?
Yeah. Well, that's
There she
Zachary.
is.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there it is. She's the one who's you poisoned my head. So my name is Zach. Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care. Thank you, and please join us again this channel on the 12th of next month for Family Networking.